Yo, what's up, traders? How you are doing? Um, Today I really want to talk about structure, market structure, and all of that. So I'm going to write it down here. So we're talking about market structure today, and when we talk about market structure, well, we classify it into three places, which is swing structure, substructure, and minor stru- structure. Yeah. So guys, these are the three structure that we have, and how does it really works in this market, and how do we bring them all together to make up a trade? I think I need to shift this to the side so I can get a good view of what I'm doing here. So first thing first, I really want to identify structure. What is this market structure? What doesn't really mean that it's just um you looking at the market and seeing the structure the market is moving, like like how is market moving, which direction it's taking to. That is simple how I can just explain structure in a layman's understanding, just how market is moving. So this is just structure to me. That's a simple way to keep it simple, not to get confused about anything. And then when we want to start talking about trading, we want to talk about the swing structure. I mean, when you want to look for your trades and all of that, you really want to focus more on the swing structure. Because when we talk the swing structure is just the main move that you're looking at to identify your trade. So you just this is your swing structure. You just from this low, look at my cursor, from this low to this high. Yeah, that is really what we consider as swing structure. You can see the way I marked it out here. And when you mark out something like this, it's like market is buying. It's not like this is market is buying. So this swing structure for a buy. So in anything you want to do, you really want to wait for market to push down from this upside to this down for you to buy again, swing in the trade again. But when you have this swing like this and you wait for market to push down into here, in that moment when market is coming down from the high, when you're patiently waiting for market to push from into your point of interest, this is your discount zone where you're waiting to buy again from. This movement is coming down into this your POI is what we call substructure. And when it taps you in and push to the upside, your target is the high because market is buying. So you are expecting lows to be respected and highs to be taken out. So just like that, you get your trade. So this main move that just happened, this move is what we call the minor structure. Minor structure is the one you want to catch. Swing structure is the structure that you're looking to be able to know where to get your buy or sell zone from. You, do you understand, guys? So that is a simple way to just explain the swing, minor, and substructure, guys. And I believe you guys understand. And just like this, I don't trade like this, like waiting for the swing and just wait for it substructure to come in and tap me and me catching the minor structure just like that. No, I don't that's not how I trade. The way I trade is I trade with another structure called Algo Structure, which is something I love and I've been using for a while, and something I love, and I'm still counting it as a very good way to trade. When we talk about Algo Structure, I think I should write it down first. Come on, guys. Now we're talking about Algo. I really want to rush into um, the way I trade structure. So now we are on Algo Structure. When we talk about Algo Structure, we're talking about trades that move like this. When you buy, you want to have a trade that moves like this. The low be taken out, the high as well be taken out, then create a liquidity for me and the liquidity is too close to here, but I'll move it, take out the high for me and come down again. I think stop here first and shift this guy, uh-huh, just like this. So this is algo for me, and did I how did I end up seeing it as an algo? You can see that this low, the previous low, was being taken out by this low and pushed to the upside, taking out the high of the low as well. Then coming down again, creating a liquidity for me and pushed to the upside, taking out the high as well. And where is my trade right here? My trade is just simply the low that was being taken out would be my entry level. My liquidity will be well spotted, and the first high that was being taken, that is the high of the low that was being taken out, this low must be taken out, and the high, this liquidity must take out a high as well. Like this, when the liquidity prints itself right here, when coming back, when pushing to the upside, it must take out a high for me again, for me to identify the trade being valid and for me to take it, right? So when I have a good chain like this, my stop loss is always the low, this low that took out the other low that I identify as my entry, and my entry is just like this, putting it on the previous low that was being taken out, respecting the low that took the guy out, and I do 1 to 2 and I'm out of the market. I remember your target is always the next high, but I always stick I trade with row, trade with just 1 to 2 rows because I really want to play in the safe side of the market, so I always want to like stick to 1 to 2 risk to reward, and just like that I will just expect market to push down from this high, coming down with a substructure. This I have no business with the sale coming into my POI, and when it tells me in, the next thing is striking to look for the next high. I remember I have a rule. I don't wait for the high. I just take my two arrow and I'm out of the market, guys. So guys, this is how I simply use my algo structure. And in the sell side, you just like turning this upside down, and instead of you can just use inverse scale to you just use inverse scale to just make this easy, that drawing it again. You can see that this is at the sell as well. You also want to have same thing. And I'm going to go straight to the chart to show you an example. Should we use USD MSN? Yeah, we'll cut a trade on USD MSN, and let me show you here. You can see the same thing. I've already marked it out and I don't want to remove it again. Should I? Just watch, you're gonna understand. This was the low that was being taken out, and the high as well was also being taken out. And this was the liquidity. The liquidity created itself before taking out the high. And you can see it also did the same thing here and took out the high. You can see a too high was gone. And we expect market to come down, sweep out the liquidity. This is I identify this guy as liquidity because it's the last low before the main low. This was the last low before the main low. So this is my liquidity. Instead of this, some traders will just see this as the liquidity and just mark that this guy, because this was also a sweep of the previous low, and just mark it like this to just catch the trade, and in the end you just lose the money. And how did I end up being so patient to wait for this low? Was because after this last low here, you can see I'm on the 4 hour, and this was the last drop touch here, and I pushed to the upside. The next was this guy. Yes, the next after this was this guy, and this one right here is the one that I'm expecting that I want market to respect, not this guy. This was the next. After this was the next, not this guy. So I want to wait for this. You see where I wait patiently, and market came in, tap, made in, and bought. And you can see how I share the trade on my Telegram right here on my Telegram, USD MSN. Oh, this was a new setup that I have on USD MSN. You see where I share it on my Telegram. So I always share my trade on Telegram. When it aligns with what you do, you can copy my trade, make money together, busier. And NSDJPY as well is a trade that I caught. I'm going to go straight and show you as well. Well, this is the USD MSN that I was just analyzing, and this is how it smashed TP. And I want to show you the entry where I posted the entry. This was when I posted the entry, and this was when I executed the entry on my own edge. Yeah, that is it. So that is it, guys. You can see how the algo structure is. Take a look at what I drew here. You can see, take a picture of this and go to your charts to like spot them. You can see how I spot this guy. Just same thing that I drew. And let me go to another. Okay, I said I have a trade on this NZD, this USD MSN as well again. So let me show you how I cut that trade. Not cut, still set up. See what's not to play out. You can see. Let me take out this guy as well. This low has been taken out and it pushed to the upside, creating a liquidity, push to the upside again, taking out a high. So you can see that the high of the low that was being taken out by this guy was also being taken out here. Let me mark it up. This high is gone and it created liquidity and the liquidity took out another high. Market is buying. And you can see market was coming down, it couldn't tap me in and it pushed the upside again, taking out this high again. And this setup is still valid for me because market is buying and I really want to follow the trend and I'm still not yet seeing anything here for me to say, okay, oh, market has taken this high. I want to like follow the trend and enter a buy here. No, I really want to wait patiently for this guy to take my trade. And remember, this low is the last low. After this low, this was the next. So this is the one that I really want to respect, not this one. It's just like you're taking a trade here, it's just like you're making a mistake that happened here. Where is it? Where is it? Yes, it's just like taking this, like you taking a buy from this low because market has taken out this high and you're seeing this high is gone and you want to continue. It's just like you're taking this trade right here, this one, because it's not the last low. This guy is not the last low. This was after this low, this was the next. And this one needs to be respected before another. And this guy not be respected because if you take a look deep, you can see that when this market pushed to the upside, the liquidity didn't take out a high. I remember I said when I want to, when I want to um, buy with my algo, I really want to make sure that the liquidity itself take out a high. And there was no this guy didn't take out a high for you to say that this market has tapped here to push to the upside and this zone is no longer valid and you want to buy from this zone. No, he didn't take out a high, so you must take out a high for it to be valid and you can see how long it takes. Push and to this point, do you know how long it takes? And it now came down to my main entry, which was right here, another block right here. And it did my 1 to 2 and I was out. And after this low, this was the next low, which now I'm seeing another trade and I'm expecting it to respect. You see, this high is gone and this was the last low, not this. And I'm expecting this is my liquidity. I want market to come down, take out this liquidity, tap me in and buy, guys. So now I've showed you one example of a trader play out and a live spread I'm also watching at that I've already shared on my Telegram channel. That's why you really need to be on my Telegram channel because I always share my trade ideas there. And let's watch the market together and make money together. And I really want to jump into another trade that I took last week, which was NZD JPY. I just want to show you how this algo works very perfectly that you can really apply it and you can see that this really works. And remember, you really need to understand structure, like where market is coming from, because you can't just trade blindly. No, you don't trade like that. You really need to understand it. So these are just steps of understanding trading and being able to understand algo. You've already hold a solid what you call you've already hold a solid entry method and a solid way of entering a trade and so that is it. And this was NZDPY that I also caught. You can see that this low was being taken out and the high of the low was also being taken out before this drop. And this drop, it has nothing to do with me. It's only another block trader will be able to catch this trade, but me, it's still not valid to me. I really want to like wait for it to create a liquidity for me. It's too high been taken. I can see that this high was gone, and when market dropped, we pushed to the upside again. It's just this drop was something like to me, it's just like this same low that took out this low. So I'm not seeing anything here. So I really want to wait, and you can see created a liquidity, pushed to the upside, taking out this high. Guys, you can see that, right? This was too high being taken out, and liquidity took out a high. Remember I said my liquidity must take out a high for me to validate it as a valid liquidity for me to trade. I remember I showed an example of the one that didn't take out a high, that I didn't take. And this is it. This was my liquidity, and I expect market to come down, take it out, and tap me in and buy. And you can see how market did exactly as expected. 1 to 2 was done, trade executed, TP smashed, and the community and everyone that took the trade made profit. And you can see that this was to trade. This setup played out twice here, but I didn't. After I made it, I took my profit. I didn't pay attention to the pair anymore. I went to the next pair, and you can see that after I left, the trade did same thing again. You can see that this low was being taken out by this guy, and this was the higher. So being taken out. Let me mark it out. This high as well was being taken out, and market dropped. Take out this low and push to the upside. Taking out this high again and creating a liquidity, and the liquidity as well took out this high again. Market is buying. I really want to like continue the buying, and this is my liquidity level. And where is my entry? Remember, the last low that was being taken out, which was this guy, is my entry, and that is how I mark it and just place my trade entry like this. Respect the low and 1 to 2 and make money and I'm out of the market. Guys, you can see how 2 trade was spotted at the same time on one pair, at the same time, just like you taking a trade on Tuesday and making money on Wednesday, and on that same Wednesday, give you another entry on the same place and you take it and make money again, guys. See, it's also sweet how I trade with Algo, and it's making me feel more comfortable, like relaxed with my entry level, because it's very easy for me to spot now. That's why I'm saying it's easy. It's very easy for me to spot now. That's why, and for you to understand it very the same way that being able to understand it, you need to put in the study hours, guys. I've really studied this thing for too long for me to be able to just do all this drawing like this, and it looks simple. It's not simple, guys. I'm not going to lie. This thing is not simple, but you need to put in the work if you really need this. And trust me, guys, trust me, if you put in the work, you're going to get what you put in the work for. You're going to get the knowledge. That is just fact. And you can see all this red flag they see here are just analyzed space that I have down that I'm watching out for. You can see this GPJPY. I'm watching out for a buy, and you can see the previous buy that happened was the same algo structure, guys. This low was being taken out. This low was being taken out. This high as well was taken out, and like I said, the previous time, I said this drop, I identify these two as the same drop. And my liquidity is this one. My liquidity is this one. But because I've already marked out the wick here, and the wick touched 1, 2, touched this 2 drop here. So I'm still seeing it as this drop here. So my liquidity is this guy. And you can see that when this liquidity was created, it took out a high. Just like I said, high was being taken out. And you wait patiently for market to come down. You see the way it dropped to this point and it bought. And other block trader will be able to have already caught a trade and made money and it's out. So you see, any strategy you're trading, you're making money, but you really need to choose the one you feel more safe with and how you trade. And you can see that this trade move, and it's like it's news, the way it moved very fast. And it dropped back, tapping in, respecting this our low right here. Oh, come on, bro. Sorry, guys. Respecting this low, and you put your entry like this, your stop loss level below the low, and your target is the 1 to 2 RR, and you're out. Slowly the way you do 1 to 2 RR, market moved again. I'm no longer a greedy trader. I was once a greedy trader. I don't want to put TP on this trade and just want to like wake up and see magic on my account. But no, that's not. I really want to like have a discipline, consistency. When discipline and consistency come together, check the results yourself. So guys, that is just how I trade. 1 to 2 is your discipline of not trading up to 5 pairs in a week. Oh God. This week I already cut 2 trade, and the other 2 trade that make it look like 4 trade that hits overall TP and SL was last week trade. 2 trade came from last week, and this week 2 trade SAU and SDJPY. This SAU trade, I've been studying SAU for long. Like I didn't take SAU trade going to a year, I think so, and I've just been like studying. You can see I've just been studying. So that's how I was being able to spot a buy, a buy setup here. And how did I came up with a buy setup? You can see. Let me zoom in. Uh, First, let me first show my entry. You can see that this low was being taken out. This was liquidity, you can see, and it pushed to the upside. So I'm expecting to come down again, and good would move crazily. So you may want to follow it as it move. So you can see market came down, tap in and bought, right? And we got our entry right in this level, right here. This is where we got our entry. And it's just the same thing as how it is. But the thing about gold is that I really get to like get catch gold in many strategy way because now gold is not what I can be paid. I just want to like just marking it out and just watching how gold is moving. And when I see the one that is very clean to me and I take, you can see that I was marking out even I don't even know what is okay, break and retest. I'm very familiar with break and retest. I'm very familiar with break and retest. So I'm very familiar with this and this algo. So these are the 2 ways I trade SC USD. And you can see same thing. This sell, I didn't take this sell, but I marked it out. You can see that this low was being taken out and this was a liquidity. What this low was taken out, push to the downside, the liquidity take out a low as well and come back up and you sell respecting this high, guys, just like that. But please don't trade blindly like this, coming to a time frame and just marking out a low that was being taken out and this, that. You need to understand structure, where market is trend. You need to understand market trend, which is very important, guys. Please, you need to put that into consideration before taking any trade. You need to like, where is market coming from? I really don't want to like wipe out all the stuff, but let me a quick brief. You can see that this high was being taken out here. You can see where market dropped, push, took out this high, and let's go to a higher time frame to see this more clear. So, guys, market is buying to this point, and this low has been taken out. And when it got to this place, remember break and retest. So market is already buying. So I'm already seeing that okay, market is buying. I got to this point, it keep buying, and it took out this high. Market should keep buying, right? And you can see when market dropped down to this point. Let me zoom in. I don't. What did it tap in there? The chart is so messed, guys, and I'm not going to wipe it out. Sorry, I'm using it for study, guys. So this liquidity was the one that forced this market to buy from this other block right here, and it pushed to the upside. Yes, and it pushed to the upside, taking out this high. So we're expecting this high as well to be taken out, the market to continue buying, and you see on this low as well, it's being taken out. Market tap into this zone. There was an algo there, and there is another block there, so we can just take it and it bought, guys. So when I saw this move from here, that is how I was able to like come to the lower time frame, 15 minutes time frame, to be able to spot the buy that we took, did 1 to 2. I think our exit was here and our stop loss was right here. Did 1 to 2 and we exited the market, guys. So just how the week went, and I believe you guys was able to grasp the algo structure and how we trade it. Let me draw it one more time for a buy. The buy market moves like this. Take out the last low, take out the high, create a liquidity and take out the high again, and then come back, take out the liquidity, tap into your low that was being taken out, and boom, your minor structure kicks in and take your trade, make profits and go bizarre. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, join my Telegram channel, comment and like, and see you in the next video, guys. Peace out.